Good morning. My name is Julia Jenkins. I'm Executive Director of the Everylife Foundation for Rare Diseases. I want to take a moment to thank today's presenting sponsor, Pharma, for being here and helping us put on our 10th scientific workshop on conceptualizing an FDA Rare Disease Center of Excellence. We have actually quite a few sponsors today. Thank you particular to some of our top sponsors, including Vertex. We actually have so many slides now, so many sponsors, so it's very exciting. For those who are not familiar with the Everylife Foundation, we are dedicating to accelerating biotech innovation through science-driven public policy. We hold three core beliefs. No disease is too rare. Rare disease therapies should be safe and effective, and that we could be doing more with the science we already have. What we do is we advocate for science-based and evidence-based public policy, and we help improve the development strategies and regulatory review process. We do that through the scientific and policy expertise meetings, as well as grassroots action through our patient community. Just want to take a moment to recognize our board of directors. Mark Dant is here in the room, our new chair as of last year. Our founder, Dr. Emil Kakis, is somewhere up front. And our vice chair, Frank Sosnowski, who you'll hear from later today as well, is also in the room. So I wanted to thank our board for being here today and participating. We have a very exciting announcement. We have a big brand new team here in Washington, D.C. And I'll be introducing Christina, our new Senior Director of Policy and Advocacy, shortly. But wanted to make sure that you're aware of our team, and if we are hiring, we are seeking a Director of Policy as well as a Senior Director of Marketing and Communications, if you know anyone. Many of you know this, but this is news to some. After 9 years in California and in the North Bay biotech area, we actually closed down our California headquarters and we relocated to Washington, D.C. So this is our new contact information. We just found out last night that we're not going to be able to move into the hub until December, not October. But we're very excited to be opening up offices here for the foundation as well as other patient organizations. We have four policy objectives that we focus on at the foundation. The first is closing the innovation gap. As many of you know, 95% of rare diseases have no FDA-approved therapy. So what can we do to make sure that we are really focused on bringing needed treatments to patients? We also believe that patients should have early access to diagnostic and treatment opportunities. We do this through efforts promoting whole genome sequencing as well as newborn screening. And then why all of you are here today, our initiative is to improve the development and regulatory process and advance regulatory science for rare disease therapies. Another core value and policy that we work on is making sure that patients have a voice in policy making and drug development and regulatory decision making. That's why we make our workshop here today free for the patients to attend, and we're actually live streaming today for all of those who could not make it to DC or who chickened out because of the hurricane. It's not going to hit here, so everyone will be able to make it home. Just a few of our programs. Rare Disease Legislative Advocates is our clearinghouse that helps train and educate patients about public policy and then how to be effective in making that policy. It's really about giving the patients a voice. I talked a bit about our newborn screening initiative. We are working mostly at the state level, but next year we'll need to reauthorize the Newborn Screening Saves Lives Act. So we'll be focusing on that. Our community congress, with Christina will talk a little bit more about, is our collaboration between patient community and our industry partners. So we like to bring everyone to the table, hear from them, and help that inform our policy decisions. And then our federal piece of legislation that we've been working on for almost 5 years now is called the Open Act, which is to incentivize repurposing major market drugs for rare diseases. So this is actually our 10th annual scientific workshop. I do want to highlight some of our great past workshops. All of these slides, I get emails a lot from people asking for our old slides. So we actually have all the slides from all of our workshops online at rareworkshops.org. And you can find, give us a few days, but we'll have all the slides and the videos from today's event at rareworkshops.org in the next couple of weeks. So in 2009, I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of the foundation and actually one of the reasons why we're founded, and very excited today to hear from Dr. Woodcock, who will be joining us shortly. We launched the Cure the Process campaign in 2009, and one of the main goals was to improve the specialization of drug review. We envisioned a new office for rare diseases with 3 smaller units to really make sure we were hiring specialized reviewers, that there was more reviewers trained specifically in rare diseases. We wanted to also improve the workload conditions and academic opportunities for the FDA reviewers. So you can see here, this was one of our old slides of where rare diseases are currently reviewed, and many of you here know this process and have struggled through this process. And then this is what we envisioned as far as pulling out and making sure that these rare diseases had more specialized reviewers and more specialized review divisions. Now, obviously, Janet Woodcock will be here shortly, hopefully, to talk about what the FDA has planned and how that will impact rare disease drug development. And many of you probably saw this breaking news. It was a big celebration day at the foundation after working on something for 9 years to actually start seeing some of our asks realized. So I'm going to turn it over now to Christina Hartman. She is our new Senior Director of Policy and Advocacy, and she'll be taking over for the day.